Welcome to your short and sweet seated yoga practice to target the hips and the lower back. So we're going to start to wiggle ourselves to the edge of our chairs, keeping nice and steady and secure through those feet, so keeping those ankles underneath the knees. On your next inhale, draw that right knee in towards the chest. As you exhale, soften those shoulders away from the ears. Take another full breath here. You can choose to stay in stillness here, or it would be nice to bring some movement, bringing that right hand to the knee and just start to gently do some side to side movement here. Just gently opening up the hip joint here, bringing some lubrication. You can choose to keep it side to side, or maybe you're going to do a few circles in one direction. And if you're doing those circles, let's reverse the direction going the opposite way. And then gently drawing that knee back in towards the chest. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, relax those shoulders away from the ears. Take another breath in. And on that exhale, release that foot back to the mat. When you're ready, inhale, draw the opposite knee in towards the chest. Exhale, relax those shoulders towards the floor. Take another full breath here. And then again on this side, checking in whether stillness feels good or a bit of movement, and gently maybe opening that knee out towards the side, going from side to side a bit. Sitting up nice and tall as you do that, gently engaging the core. And maybe you're going to do a few circles on this side as well in one direction first. And if you're doing those circles, let's go the opposite way a few times as well. And then once again, drawing that knee in towards the chest, take a full breath. Take another inhale, and with that next exhale, return that foot back to the floor. Now from here, heel toe those feet nice and wide apart. So we're coming into a wide-legged seated stance here. Try and keep those ankles underneath the knees. Maybe you're starting to feel this stretch through the inner thighs a little bit. And let's just start to do some large hip circles here. So starting to circle in one direction, going as big or as small as feels comfortable, as works for your range of movement, for your body. And the next time that you're leaning in down towards the floor, let's reverse the direction, going the opposite way. Once more in this direction. And the next time that you come upright, or letting yourself stay there, once more heel toe those feet back so that the feet or knees are in line with the hips. And we're going to do a few cat and cows, waking up the spine here. So bringing those hands to the thighs or even to the knees, it can be nice to draw the hands into the knees as a bit of help to open up the front body. So on your next inhale, doing that as you draw that belly forward, broadening across the chest, you might take that gaze slightly up towards the ceiling for cow. And on the exhale, rounding that spine as you start to take the gaze towards the navel, pressing that mid back towards the back of the chair for cat. Inhale, pressing hands into knees as you draw that belly forward for cow. Exhale, rounding the spine for cat. Inhale, forward for cow. Exhale, back for cat. Allowing yourself to come back to neutral spine. And we're going to do a spinal twist. So bringing fresh supply of blood and oxygen to the disc of our spine. Since we know the health of the spine is so directly linked to the health of the overall body, these are a great thing to do, even just as a little standalone posture to do throughout the workday. So sitting nice and tall, taking that right hand to the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. Left hand coming somewhere along that right thigh or to the knee. And before we come into our full twist, we want to think about length through the spine and then twisting. So take an inhale, press into those seat bones, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And then on the exhale, beginning in the core, as if you're wrapping yourself around the trunk of a tree, gently looking towards the right and maybe over the right shoulder if that's comfortable for the neck. Continuing to breathe, taking inhales to keep that length through the spine. And as you exhale, either just settling into the amount of twist you find yourself in, or maybe you're wanting to go a little bit deeper. So again, listening to the body, doing what feels comfortable. Don't push it past your edge. Take one more full breath on this side. And with your next inhale, leading with the head, slowly coming back to center. Take an inhale, reach those arms up. On the exhale, slowly lower those arms back down and taking the right hand somewhere on that left leg, left hand to the back of the chair. Again, inhale, lengthen. And then on the exhale, begin to twist from that core, wrapping yourself around that imaginary trunk of a tree and looking over that left shoulder. We talk about playing our edge in yoga. So we want to come into a posture where we feel a nice amount of stretch, but we're not feeling any strain or pain. So not pushing past that point. Let's take one more full breath here. And then with your next inhale, leading with the head, coming back to center. Once more, reach both arms up. Exhale, let those arms float down to the sides of the body. Now from here, we're going to continue to focus on those hips and come into a figure four stretch. So this is where you might want your block or block alternative if it's not comfortable to take that ankle on top of the opposite thigh. So if it is, then taking that right ankle to the left thigh. If it's not, you're going to take your block or block alternative and place it on the inside of that left ankle, taking the outer edge of that right foot onto the block and just finding yourself in a similar position but a less intense position. So wherever you find yourself, especially if you have that ankle on the thigh, gently flexing those right toes towards the right shin to protect our knee joint. Let's take another inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, either staying where you are or maybe starting to gently draw yourself forward as you press that right knee gently towards the floor. So again, playing your edge here. So finding that nice amount of stretch through that right hip joint or the right outer hip and glute, I should say. Keep breathing. Let those breaths be nice and deep and rhythmical. One more full breath here. And then with your next inhale, gently drawing yourself back up. Take that knee in towards the chest. Exhale, release that foot back to the mat. So we're going to set up on the other side. So checking in if you're going to use that block, maybe bringing it to the inside of the right foot, taking that outer left foot, the outer left edge of the foot to that block, or bringing it to the top of the right thigh, flexing those toes towards the shin, gently pressing that knee towards the floor. Take an inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, gently drawing yourself forward. Nice long spine here. Again, one more full breath. And with your next inhale, gently drawing yourself back upright. Take that knee in towards the chest. Exhale, release that foot back to the mat. And then allow yourself to slide back so that you're supported by the chair. And let's take 3 more centering breaths. Maybe hand on the belly, hand on the chest as those eyes come closed. As you take those breaths, tuning into how your hips and lower back are feeling now. And you can always repeat this practice or do it multiple times throughout the workday. With your next inhale, letting the eyes gently flutter open. Namaste.